Hello everybody, today we're going to be geographers. So if you remember, geographers are people that learn about places and what they're like. And often geographers look at maps. So we're going to be looking at a map of London and we're going to be using directional language. That sounds a bit tricky, but it's not really. What it means is we're going to see if we understand what these words mean and see if we can use them when we're describing where places are on maps. So these are the words that we're going to use and learn today. Next to, above, below, and between. And if you want to challenge yourself, you can also have a go at using the words left and right. So first of all, let's have a map, look at a map of London. I've got one here for you. So this is a map showing the city of London. And if you look closely, you can see from the pictures, it's showing you where some of the places and some of the buildings in London are. What do you think all these pink and white lines are? Lots of pink and white lines are going across the map. Can you guess? That's right, they're the different roads. As we know, London is a very big and busy city, so there are lots of roads with lots of traffic travelling on them. Can you guess what this big thick blue line is going through here? You've guessed it, and it does tell you here as well. It's the river that goes through London called the Thames, the River Thames. Okay, so let's have a little look more closely at the buildings. If you look, you can see that they have numbers next to them. And that's because we have a little box down here with these numbers. There are 15 altogether. And this is what we call a key. You sometimes have these for maps, and they explain what these different buildings and places are, what they're called. So instead of having labels next to the pictures, they put a number, and then you can find the number on the key and it tells you what the place is called or the building. So some of these buildings we looked at last time on the photographs of London. So ones like, you recognise that church with the two towers? That's right, that one was Westminster Abbey. I'm sure you can spot the Houses of Parliament and Big Ben and the London Eye. So there's quite a lot, like the Shard and the Tower Bridge that we looked at last week. There are a few different ones as well though. So if you look at number 4, where's number 4 on the map? Down here. That is the Tate, which is a building with lots and lots of lovely pictures in that you can go and visit and look at the pictures, like an art gallery. So that's a new one that we didn't look at before. There's also number 6, which is a big statue called Nelson's Column. The person on the top is a famous person called Nelson. And number 7 is the British Museum. And number 9, that's a theatre called the Globe. And number 14, where's number 14? I can't find it for now. Where has it gone? Can you see number 14? There. That one is the Science Museum. So they're the ones that we didn't look at before. And these green ones, these 2 green areas, and there's another one here, they are parks. Hyde Park and Regent's Park. Okay, so now let's see if we can describe where you can find some of these places on the map using these words that we were looking at before. So the first word was next to. So let me see if I can describe where something is using the word next to. I know. Big Ben is next to the Houses of Parliament. It's next door, isn't it? It's at the side. Or we could say, what about the Houses of Parliament are next to Westminster Abbey. So that's what next to means. It's sitting at the side, it's the next door neighbour. One of the other words was above. Above. That means it's higher up. So let's see, which one can we say for that? I know. What about Buckingham Palace is above Westminster Abbey? Or we could say the Globe Theatre is above the London Eye, because it's higher up, isn't it? Now, let's go back to our list. We had ones that said below. That means the same as under. So it's the opposite of above, isn't it? So we could say that the Tate is below the Houses of Parliament. Or we could say, what else could we say is below? Westminster Abbey is below Buckingham Palace. And what was the last word? Between. That means when something is in the middle of something. So how about the Shard is between Tower Bridge and the Globe Theatre? Can you see another one that is in between something? Yes, the Houses of Parliament is between Westminster Abbey and Big Ben. Okay, so I have attached a sheet that has some missing words in. You've got to read the sentences and decide what the missing words are. The missing words will always be one of these, and it's to see if you understand the words. So use the map to help you to fill the missing words in. You can either just say what the answers are, or if you want, you can write them in on the sheet. Now, as an extra challenge, we did say we'll look at the words left and right. So if you have a think, this hand, you can make a capital L shape with it, can't you? Does that remind you of a capital L shape? L or L for the word left. So this hand is my left hand. Left begins with L for left. So that's a good way of remembering which is your left hand. And then the other hand is your right hand. So if you wanted to challenge yourself to have a go at left and right, what could you say is on the left? What about the Science Museum is on the left of Buckingham Palace? Look, L for left. So that is to the left. And then the other way round, the right, so the right was this side, you could say that Tower Bridge is on the right of the Shard. So I have put a little challenge on the sheet as well, which you could have a go at. Again, you can just say the answers to a grown-up or write them down on the sheet. So good luck with those, and I look forward to seeing some photos or videos of your learning. Bye for now.